We begin at 4 with breaking news from Norfolk. The verdict is in the NSU student murder trial.
A jury has found the suspect not guilty of murder, and that's just one of the charges the suspect faced. 10
on your side's Chris Horn has covered this trial all week. Chris, fill us in. What happened?
Yeah, we got a split verdict, Regina, on this one. We got not guilty of the two most serious charges. That was first-degree murder against Cameron Brown and the use of a firearm in the commission of first-degree murder. Those are the verdicts that were reached. One of the charges, however, no verdict was reached. They were deadlocked on a charge of malicious shooting into an occupied vehicle. Let's recap the case. September 2nd, 2023, Labor Day weekend of 2 years ago. Jahari George, 20 years old, a junior at Norfolk State, parked in a car on Gatehouse Road just off the campus. The car was shot up. He was in there with 3 other people, but Jahari George was the only one who was struck, and he was shot dead. A bullet wound to the forehead, between the temple and the left side of his forehead. We saw the autopsy photos during the trial. The jury deliberated for about a total aggregate of 5 hours when you consider yesterday and today. They came out with a couple of questions. The judge told them to go back and keep deliberating. They knew that they had verdicts on 2 of the charges, but we didn't know which charges, and we didn't know what those verdicts were until about half an hour ago. Recapping: first-degree murder, not guilty. Use of a firearm in commission of first-degree murder, not guilty. Jury deadlocks on the 3rd charge, malicious shooting into an occupied vehicle. So if you put today's trial and the trial back in July of Kamari Warren, who was another initial co-defendant, no convictions in this case whatsoever. We've gone through 2 trials. I'll have more on this case coming up at 5 o'clock. We're live outside the courthouse in Norfolk. Chris Horn, 10 on your side.